You ever get a text that just stops your whole world? Like you're going about your day, minding your business. And then boom, everything changes in 3 seconds flat. That's what happened to me on a Tuesday afternoon. Regular Tuesday, nothing special. I was at the grocery store, picking up stuff for dinner. Been married to Derek for 18 years. 18 whole years, y'all. We got 2 kids, Tyler 16 and Amber 14. Thought we had a good life. A solid life. I was in the produce section, trying to figure out if those avocados were ripe enough, when my phone buzzed. Text from Derek. We need to talk when you get home. It's important. Now, I've been married long enough to know that we need to talk is never good. Never. But I'm thinking maybe it's about bills or the kids or his job. Something normal. I texted back. Okay, be home in 20. Everything all right? He didn't respond. Just left me on read. That's when my stomach started doing flips. Derek always responds. Always. This man will text me back within minutes, even if it's just an emoji. But now, nothing. I rushed through the rest of my shopping, my mind going crazy with possibilities. Did he lose his job? Is someone sick? Did something happen to his parents? I didn't expect what actually went down. I got home, put the groceries away, and found Derek sitting at the kitchen table. He had this look on his face, guilty, nervous, like a kid who got caught doing something wrong. What's going on? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. He couldn't even look at me, just stared at the table. Lisa, I don't know how to say this. Just say it. Derek, you're scaring me. He took a deep breath. I want a divorce. The words hung in the air like smoke. I literally felt the room spin. A divorce? What are you talking about? Where is this coming from? I've been thinking about it for a while now. We've grown apart. We're not the same people we were when we got married. I'm not happy anymore. Not happy? This man looked me in the eye and said he's not happy. After 18 years of marriage, after 2 kids, after building a whole life together. So we work on it, I said, my voice shaking. We go to counseling. We figure it out. That's what married people do, Derek. I don't want to work on it. His voice was cold, detached, like he was talking to a stranger. I want out. I want to start over. Start over. Those words hit different when you're 43 years old and your husband just said them. Is there someone else? I asked, even though I already knew the answer. You don't just wake up one day and want a divorce after 18 years unless there's someone else. He hesitated, and that hesitation told me everything. Her name's Brittany, he finally said. She works at my office. We've been seeing each other for about 6 months. 6 months. This man had been cheating on me for half a year, and I had no clue, no idea. How old is she? I don't know why I asked. Maybe I wanted to confirm what I already suspected. Does it matter? How old is she? 28. 28. I'm 43. He left me for a woman 15 years younger. A woman who's barely older than our son. I felt like I couldn't breathe, like someone was standing on my chest. Get out, I said quietly. Lisa, get out of my house. Right now. Pack your stuff and leave. This is my house too. I don't care. I was yelling now. You want to start over with some 28-year-old? Fine. Go start over. But get out of my sight before I do something we'll both regret. He left that night, packed a bag, and went to stay with his brother. Left me standing in our kitchen, feeling like my whole world just collapsed. But here's the thing. Derek didn't know me as well as he thought he did. He thought I'd fall apart. Thought I'd beg him to stay. Thought I'd be the sad, desperate wife clinging to a man who didn't want her anymore. Nah, that's not who I am. Instead, I did something that changed everything. I made a video. I couldn't sleep that night. Couldn't eat. Couldn't do anything but think about Derek and Brittany and how my life just got turned upside down. Around midnight, I was sitting on my bed, scrolling through social media like people do when they're heartbroken and can't sleep, seeing all these happy couples, all these perfect families, all these people living lives that suddenly felt so far from mine. And then something just clicked. I grabbed my phone, opened the camera app, and hit the record button. Hey everyone, it's me, Lisa. Some of you know me, while others may not. But I need to tell you something. My husband of 18 years just told me he wants a divorce. He's leaving me for a 28-year-old woman from his office. Her name's Brittany, by the way. Hi, Brittany. I laughed, this bitter, angry laugh. So, Derek, if you're watching this, I just want to say a few things. First, thank you. Thank you for showing me who you really are before I wasted any more years on you. Thank you for proving that all those times I supported you, believed in you, stood by you, none of it mattered. My voice cracked a little, but I kept going. You know what's funny? I gave you the best years of my life. I was 25 when we got married. 25. I could have done anything, been anyone, but I chose you. I chose us. I put my career on hold when Tyler was born, gave up job opportunities so we could move for your promotions, managed the house, the kids, everything while you climbed that corporate ladder. I wiped away a tear. And now you want someone younger, someone without stretch marks from carrying your children, someone who doesn't know what it's like to sacrifice everything for a family, someone fresh and new and exciting. I looked directly at the camera. Well, you can have her, Derek. You can have your midlife crisis girlfriend, your 28-year-old who probably thinks you're mature and established and successful. I hope she makes you happy. I really do. Then I smiled, a real smile. But here's what you need to know. I'm going to be fine. Better than fine, actually. Because I'm 43, not dead. I'm strong. I'm smart. I'm valuable. And I don't need a man who doesn't see that. I paused. To all the women out there who've been left for someone younger, you're not alone. You're not worthless. You're not past your prime. You're exactly where you need to be. And the men who leave, they're the ones with the problem, not you. I ended the video. This is my goodbye to Derek. And my hello to whatever comes next. Wish me luck, y'all. I hit stop, watched it back once, and thought, should I really post this? Then I remembered Derek's face when he said he wasn't happy. Remembered him saying he wanted to start over. Remembered 18 years being thrown away for a woman barely older than our son. I posted it, captioned it. When your husband leaves you for a younger woman, here's my goodbye. Hashtag divorce story. Hashtag starting over. Hashtag over at 40-inch. Then I put my phone down and tried to sleep. I woke up at 6 a.m. to my phone going absolutely crazy, like hundreds of notifications, thousands. My phone was literally overheating. At first, I thought something was wrong. Like, did someone die? Did something happen? Nope. It was my video. That video I posted at midnight. The one I made in my pajamas with messy hair and mascara running down my face. It had gone viral. I'm talking millions of views. Millions. In less than 6 hours. The comments were pouring in. You're an absolute queen for this. Derek fumbled hard. His loss, sis. Brittany better watch out. He'll do the same thing to her in 15 years. This is the energy we all need. Thank you for this. Your strength is inspiring. He doesn't deserve you. There were some mean comments too, obviously. Some people saying I was bitter, that I was airing my dirty laundry, that I should have handled this privately. But for every negative comment, there were 50 positive ones. Women sharing their own stories, men apologizing on behalf of their gender, people from all over the world sending me love and support. My phone rang. It was my best friend, Carmen. Girl, have you seen your video? She was practically screaming. I'm looking at it right now. Carmen, what did I do? You did what needed to be done. This is amazing. Everyone's talking about you. Everyone. Everyone. You're trending on multiple platforms. News articles are being written about you. Lisa, you're famous. Famous. I didn't want to be famous. I just wanted to vent, to say my piece, to not feel so alone in this mess. But apparently, I'd struck a nerve. Women everywhere saw themselves in my story, saw their own pain, their own betrayals, their own struggles, and they rallied around me like I was their champion. My phone kept buzzing. Friend requests, messages, interview requests from news outlets and podcasts. Companies want to sponsor me. It was overwhelming. Then Tyler came downstairs, my 16-year-old son, looking at me with this weird expression. Mom, why is everyone at school talking about you? Oh no, the kids. What are they saying, honey? They're saying Dad left you for some young girl. They're saying you made a video about it. Mom, what's going on? I sat him down. Your dad and I are getting divorced. He's made some choices, and I made a video talking about how I feel. I didn't think it would blow up like this. Is it true? Did he really leave you for someone younger? I nodded. Yeah, baby, it's true. Tyler's face hardened. That's messed up. I know. Are you okay? That question, that simple question from my son, made me start crying again. I will be, eventually. He hugged me, this kid, who's usually too cool to show affectio, and hugged me tight. Dad's an idiot. Don't talk about your father like that. Why not? It's true. He wasn't wrong. By day 2, things were getting even crazier. My video had over 10 million views. 10 million. I was getting calls from talk shows. The Today Show wanted me on. So did Good Morning America. A publisher reached out asking if I wanted to write a book. A book about what? My failed marriage? But the craziest part, Derek started getting recognized. And not in a good way. His company started getting calls. People found out where he worked and started leaving reviews online. This company employs homewreckers and midlife crisis men who abandon their families. His social media got flooded with comments. People are calling him out, sharing my video on his pages. Some people even found Brittany's profiles and went after her, too. Now look, I didn't want that. I never mentioned his last name in the video, never said where he worked, never tagged Brittany. People found all that on their own. But Derek didn't see it that way. He called me furious. Lisa, what the hell did you do? I made a video. That's what I did. You're destroying my life, my career. People at work are treating me like a criminal. Brittany's getting death threats. Death threats? Derek, I never told anyone to. You put us on blast to millions of people. What did you think would happen? I thought I'd get a few hundred views from friends and family. I didn't know it would go viral. Well, it did. And now I'm paying the price. My boss called me into his office today. They're concerned about my judgment. Do you know what that means? I could lose my job. Part of me felt bad. I really didn't want Brittany getting threats. That's not okay, no matter what she did. But another part of me, that part felt like maybe Derek needed to face some consequences for once. Derek, I'm sorry people are being cruel, but I'm not sorry for telling my truth. You humiliated me. You threw away our family. And I had every right to talk about it. Talking about it is one thing. Making it go viral is another. Again, I didn't plan for it to go viral. It just happened. Well, make it stop. How? How do I make millions of people unsee something? The internet doesn't work like that, Derek. He was quiet for a moment. My lawyer says I can sue you for defamation. I laughed. Actually laughed. Defamation? I didn't say anything that wasn't true. You did leave me for a younger woman. You did cheat. Those are facts. Derek, facts aren't defamation. We'll see what my lawyer says. You do that. And while you're at it, have your lawyer send me the divorce papers. Let's get this over with. I hung up on him. My hands were shaking, but I felt powerful. For the first time since this whole thing started, I felt like I had some control. While Derek was dealing with backlash, I was being showered with support. It was honestly overwhelming. Women started sharing their own stories in response to my video. Thousands of women. Some had been left for younger women, too. Some had been cheated on. Some were in the process of divorce. Some were years past it, but still healing. One woman commented, "My husband left me after 25 years for his secretary. I was 50. He told me I'd let myself go. Girl, I had cancer. I was fighting for my life. Your video reminded me that his leaving said everything about him and nothing about me." Another, "Thank you for being brave enough to say what so many of us feel. You're not alone, and neither are we." The messages kept coming. Women thanking me, men apologizing for their gender, people sharing resources for divorce, lawyers offering free consultations, therapists reaching out with support. Carmen came over with wine and takeout. "You're a whole movement now, girl." A movement? Carmen, I just wanted to vent. Well, your vent became a revolution. Women everywhere are standing up for themselves because of you. Do you know how powerful that is? I guess I didn't think about it like that. You need to keep going with this. Lean into it. You've got a platform now. Use it. For what? To help people, to share your journey, to show women that life doesn't end at 43 just because some man decided to be stupid. She had a point. I had millions of people watching, listening, caring. Maybe I could do something with that. About a week after the video went viral, something unexpected happened. I got a DM on social media from Brittany. "Hi, Lisa. I know this is weird, but can we talk? Please." I stared at that message for a solid 5 minutes. What could Brittany possibly want to talk to me about? To gloat? To apologize? To ask me to take down the video? I almost ignored it, but curiosity got the better of me. "What do you want to talk about? Can we meet? Coffee? I'll come to you, wherever you want." This was crazy, but I agreed. "Tomorrow, 2 p.m., Java House on Main Street. I'll be there. Thank you." I told Carmen about it. She thought I was insane. "Girl, why are you meeting with the woman who stole your husband?" "I don't know. I need to see her, look her in the eye, understand what Derek saw that he didn't see in me anymore." That's not healthy, Lisa. Maybe not, but I'm doing it anyway. The next day, I showed up at Java House 15 minutes early, wanted to get there first, have the advantage of choosing where to sit, and be comfortable in the space. Brittany walked in right at 2 p.m. I recognized her immediately. Young, pretty, long blonde hair, perfect makeup, wearing a dress that probably cost more than my car payment. She saw me and walked over looking nervous. Lisa, that's me. She sat down across from me. Up close, she looked even younger. Like she could have been my daughter young. Thank you for meeting me, she said quietly. What do you want, Brittany? I want to apologize for everything, for what I did to you, to your family. I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting her to look genuinely remorseful. Why? I asked. Why did you do it? You knew he was married, right? She nodded, tears in her eyes. I knew, and I convinced myself it was okay, because he said you two were basically over, that you were staying together for the kids, that he was miserable. He lied to you. I know that now. After your video, people started sending me screenshots, messages between Derek and his friends, messages about me, about you, about how he was playing both of us. I leaned forward. What do you mean? He told me he was leaving you, that he'd already talked to you about divorce, that it was just a matter of time. But those messages showed he was saying the same things to you about me being just a co-worker. He was lying to both of us. You're just figuring this out now? I'm 28. I've never been married. I didn't know what to look for. I thought he really loved me, that we had something real. She wiped her eyes. But after your video, everything changed. He started pulling away, getting paranoid about what I was posting online, telling me to lay low. And I realized he's not in love with me. He's in love with the idea of me. Young, no baggage, an ego boost. So why are you here? Because I destroyed your life. And I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. Your kids didn't deserve that. And I need you to know that I'm done with Derek. I ended it yesterday. Wait, you ended it? Yeah, I told him I can't be with someone who treats people the way he treated you, someone who lies and manipulates, someone who throws away 18 years like it means nothing. I sat back, processing this. What did he say? He got angry, called me immature, said I was throwing away our future. But Lisa, there is no future with a man like that. You know it, and now I know it too. We sat in silence for a moment. I don't forgive you. I finally said, not yet. Maybe not ever. What you did was wrong, and it hurt me and my kids. I know. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know that I'm sorry, and that you were right in that video about everything. She stood up to leave, then paused. For what it's worth, Derek's the one who lost, not you. You're amazing, strong, real, and I hope someday I'm half the woman you are. She walked out, leaving me sitting there with my cold coffee, my mind spinning. Brittany just broke up with Derek because of my video, because she saw who he really was. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, so I did both. 2 days after Brittany broke up with him, Derek showed up at the house, unannounced, looking like he hadn't slept in days. I opened the door to find him standing there, disheveled and desperate. Lisa, can we talk? Please. Derek, you can't just show up here. We agreed to communicate through lawyers. I know, but I needed to see you, to talk to you face to face. Against my better judgment, I let him in. We sat in the living room, the same living room where we'd spent 18 years of marriage watching movies, hosting friends, raising our kids. Brittany broke up with me. He said, I know. She told me. His head snapped up. You talked to her? She reached out, apologized, ended things with you, said she couldn't be with someone who treats people the way you treated me. Derek put his face in his hands. Everything's falling apart. Lisa, Brittany's gone. Work is a nightmare. My parents won't talk to me. The kids barely respond to my texts. And that video destroyed everything. That video told the truth. It humiliated me. You humiliated yourself when you cheated on me for 6 months. I made a mistake. He was crying now, actually crying. I made a huge mistake. I was going through something, feeling old, feeling trapped. So, you blew up our family? I know it was wrong. But Lisa, I love you. I still love you. We can fix this. We can go to counseling, work through it. You love me? I laughed bitterly. Derek, you don't love me. You love the idea of having someone to come home to, someone to take care of you, someone who knows you and accepts you despite your flaws. Exactly. That's what marriage is. No, marriage is respecting your partner, being faithful, working through hard times together, not running to someone younger the second things get tough. I was an idiot. I see that now. Please, Lisa, give me another chance. Let me prove I can be better. I looked at this man I'd loved for 18 years, this man I'd built a life with, and I felt nothing, no love, no hate, just nothing. Derek, when you told me you wanted a divorce, something broke, not just my heart, but the image I had of you, of us. And that video, that wasn't just me processing my pain, that was me reclaiming my voice, my power, my life. I know I hurt you. You don't know? You don't know what it's like to give someone the best years of your life and have them throw it away. To feel like you're not enough because you're not 28 anymore. To wonder if you'll ever be loved again because society tells you women over 40 are past their prime. I stood up. But here's what I learned from that video going viral. I learned that I'm not alone, that millions of women have been exactly where I am, and that I'm not past anything. I'm just getting started. Lisa, please. The answer is no, Derek. I'm not taking you back. I'm not giving you another chance. You made your choice when you cheated, when you asked for a divorce, when you chose Brittany over me. And now you have to live with that choice. But I choose you now. I want to come home. This isn't your home anymore. It's mine. And I'm building a new life. A life where I'm valued, where I'm respected, where I'm enough, exactly as I am. You're making a mistake. No, Derek, I'm correcting one. The mistake was staying with you as long as I did. But I'm done now. We'll get divorced, split everything fairly, and co-parent our kids. But us, we're over. For good. He tried a few more times to change my mind, but I stood firm. Eventually, he left defeated, alone, and I felt free, really, truly free. After Derek left, I made a decision. I was going to lean into this new life, this new version of myself. I started documenting my journey online, posted videos about healing from divorce, about rediscovering yourself after a long marriage, about being a woman over 40 and thriving. My following grew. What started as one viral video became a movement. Hashtag Lisa's Journey was trending. Women from all over the world were following along, sharing their own stories, supporting each other. I got a book deal. A real publishing house wanted me to write about my experience, not just the divorce, but the healing, the growth, the transformation from heartbroken wife to empowered woman. I started a podcast, Life After Him, where I interviewed other women who'd rebuilt their lives after divorce, after being left, after being undervalued. Companies started reaching out for partnerships. Brands that supported women's empowerment wanted to work with me. But the best part? The community I built. The woman who messaged me said I gave them the courage to leave toxic relationships. The moms who said I showed them it's possible to start over. The daughters who said I inspired them to never settle. I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. 6 months after that video, my life looked completely different. I'd signed the divorce papers. The house was officially mine. I'd redecorated, removing every trace of Derek and making it truly my space. Tyler and Amber were adjusting. It was hard on them, but they were strong kids. They spent weekends with Derek, who was now living in a small apartment and working a new job after being encouraged to resign from his old one. Brittany? She'd moved to another city, started fresh somewhere new. We didn't keep in touch, but I hoped she learned from all this. And me? I was dating. Casually, nothing serious. But I was putting myself out there, meeting new people, remembering what it felt like to be desired, valued, and chosen. One guy, James, was particularly sweet. 50 years old, divorced, 2 grown kids. He'd seen my video. "You're the strong woman who went viral," he said on our first date. "That's me. Does that scare you?" "No, it impresses me. You took pain and turned it into power. That's rare." We've been on 5 dates. He was kind, funny, and respectful. Everything Derek wasn't in those final years. Was it love? Not yet, but it was potential. And after everything, potential felt pretty good. 1 year after the video, I made another one, a follow-up. "Hey everyone, it's Lisa. 1 year ago, I made a video saying goodbye to my husband and hello to a new life. And what a year it's been. I was sitting in my newly renovated living room, hair done, makeup on, actually dressed nice, not crying in pajamas. I want to thank everyone who supported me through this journey. Your messages, your stories, your encouragement. It kept me going on the hardest days. I've learned so much this year. I learned that my worth isn't tied to a man's desire for me. I learned that starting over at 43 isn't scary, it's liberating. I learned that sometimes the worst thing that happens to you turns out to be the best thing. Derek leaving me for a younger woman broke my heart, but it also freed me to discover who I am outside of being a wife, outside of putting someone else first, outside of trying to be enough for someone who would never see my value. To Derek, if you're watching, I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace. You did what you did, and I've moved on. I hope you've learned and grown too. I hope you treat your next partner better than you treated me. To Brittany, I hope you're doing well. I hope you learned that being young and pretty isn't enough if the man you're with doesn't have integrity. I hope your next relationship is with someone who's actually available and honest. And to everyone watching this, if you're going through something similar, you will survive, you will heal, and you will thrive. It might not feel like it today, but I promise you, better days are coming. This is my real goodbye, not to Derek, but to the version of myself who believed her value decreased with age, who believed she needed a man to be complete, who believed starting over was impossible. That woman is gone, and in her place is someone stronger, someone braver, someone who knows exactly what she's worth. Thank you for being part of my journey. Here's to new beginnings. I ended the video and posted it. It got just as many views as the first one, maybe more. But this time, the comments were different. This is the energy we all need. You're glowing. Divorce looks good on you. From heartbreak to healing, what a journey. Thank you for showing us that life goes on and gets better. And you know what? They were right. Life did go on, and it did get better. Derek texted me after seeing the video. You look happy. I responded, I am. And I meant it. 2 years after the video, I'm sitting in my home office, finishing up my second book. The first one was a bestseller. This one's about thriving after 50, because yes, I hit the big 5-0 this year. And it's been the best year of my life. James and I got engaged last month. Simple proposal, nothing fancy, but it was perfect because it was real, built on honesty, respect, and mutual support. Everything about my marriage to Derek wasn't. Tyler's in college now. Amber's a junior in high school. Both kids are happy, healthy, and well-adjusted. Derek and I co-parent civilly. He's dating someone age-appropriate now. Good for him. My platform has grown beyond anything I imagined. 3 million followers across various social media. A successful podcast. Speaking engagements at conferences. A community of women supporting each other through life's hardest moments. All because I made one video when my heart was broken. People ask me all the time, do you regret making that video? Never. Not once. That video was my turning point, my moment of standing up and saying, I matter. My story matters. My pain is valid, and I won't suffer in silence. And it resonated because so many women feel the same way, feel overlooked, feel undervalued, feel like they're supposed to accept whatever scraps they're given. That video told them, no, you deserve more. You deserve better. And it's never too late to start over. So yeah, Derek left me for a younger woman. And yeah, it hurt like hell. But my goodbye went viral. My story inspired millions. And my life became everything I never knew I needed. Sometimes the worst thing that happens to you opens the door to the best thing. This was mine.